Welcome back to Tower After Hours. It looks a little different. It actually just looks like anything because usually we don't have any video, just audio.
True.
It's the first video podcast.
This is what we look like.
Woohoo!
I'm super stoked. Now, this is not my co-host's first time on the podcast. Lily,
Hello, everyone.
Alex,
Hello.
they were on the last one, I think,
Yeah,
the previous
Spooky.
Spooktober.
the October one. Months have gone by because we have a Christmas tree, as you can see. But we're trying out the video thing, and it's super, super fun already. We have fancy mics, fancy
yeah.
pants. They're leather, so you'll hear them. Thanks for that. So let's just get in here. Dream co-hosts. Now you're sitting with me, as as everyone can see, and so I just want to say, don't say me. It might be top of your list, but don't say me as a dream co-host, and I won't say you two, even though I'm very happy to be here with you. But my question for you to start off our very first ever video podcast for Tower After Hours: if you could be sitting here with anyone else, who would it be? And you could say more than one, maybe two people.
I do have two now.
We have two.
Well, I said Abe Lincoln. I think you'd be a great podcast host.
Abe Lincoln.
Abe Lincoln.
Can you explain just a tiny bit why?
First off, this is going to sound really weird, but I was so invested on how he died when I was a kid. Like, he was just in a theater. And
John Wilkes Booth.
John Wilkes Booth just shot him. Like, I want to know how that went down.
Well,
Not
I think he was in a theater with a gun, and that's how it went down.
But just that. My second one would be Betty White.
Oh,
think she would be a
interesting.
really good one.
Another RIP.
Because I know, I'm picking only dead people. I'm so sorry.
I said dream, so it's fine.
Yeah. She's really funny, but not in like the, I'm going to try so hard to make everyone laugh.
Yeah.
And she's also
just a
very
natural.
wise.
She was a cultural icon.
Yeah.
Still is.
Cultural icon.
Lily?
Those are my two.
Okay, I put a lot of thought into this one because after you said we couldn't choose you, I was a little like,
It was tough.
yeah, I don't know.
For the viewers at home, the way I said it was, if someone says who your hero is, don't say God.
So he compared himself to God.
Because there's like top of the list. Everyone knows that. Come down.
I feel like I couldn't pick anyone even in the Danny tier. Like it had to go.
Like another Danny was out of the, like,
Yeah,
so no
I
Danny
feel like I had to take a
DeVito.
step down. So the one that I thought of initially was the Apparently kid from back in the day.
Well,
because I feel
apparently,
like he
that
would give
kid, I don't
some-
watch the news.
Apparently, I never watched the news. I just feel like he gives some really good
He's super
content.
cute. How old is he now? Like 20?
But like a more realistic one that I think I definitely would want to do is LeBron James. He
LeBron
showed up in
James.
a few of my dreams, and I feel like we had
Remember
some
that?
good
You remember
banter.
that Vine? Was that a Vine?
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Yeah, and I
R.I.P.
think he's
Vine.
actually a good guy. Like I think he like does things for his community. So
For
I
sure.
think it'd be nice to dig into that.
According to his social media.
Ooh, foreshadowing. Can you ask me?
Sure, Danny. Who is your dream co-host?
So I already told you guys this. Vanessa Hudgens. And do you remember the second one? Zac Efron.
Yeah.
And do you remember why?
So you could get them back together.
I could get them back together. And it would be High School Musical, the podcast. And I feel like they've been ships in the night as adults. And I feel like it's time to get over it, get back together, make us all happy.
But Vanessa's in like a really serious relationship.
Yeah, she's dating a
isn't she?
baseball player.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well, not Zac Efron.
Nope.
but not Zach.
So he's looking really big. Have you seen like pictures where he's doing some like role as a wrestler?
What?
Is that what
Yeah.
that is?
No. I
Yeah.
didn't know
He's got
that.
like the funky like hair and everything.
Yeah,
He's playing
I
like
did
a
see
70s or
funky hair
80s
and,
wrestler.
Like, he looks like I don't know.
Gaunt, I think would be the word. Is that the right word? What's
Yeah,
gaunt?
he looks like a unit. Is what
Yeah.
he looks like. It's just
Yeah,
big.
a unit's a better word. So now I would say this. So those are my two. Also, I feel like I have to add in. You guys know this. Matthew McConaughey would probably be.
yeah. I was thinking that yesterday. I'm like, I can't believe he didn't say
Yeah.
Matthew.
He'd probably be my
McConaughey.
dream one. He'd have a glass of whiskey, and then, he'd just be saying
Found
stuff.
something wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta walk the long road, and sometimes you gotta let the long road walk you back, or something like that. And I'd
Yeah.
be like, absolutely.
You're so right.
Yeah, yeah.
You're so right.
I would go, I have to go change things, change things about my life. So those are good hosts, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if all of our dream hosts got in one room together and like we weren't there? how a podcast with all of them would
Mine
be. Abe Lincoln.
would just be called Heaven.
Yeah, Alex is
It's just Abe Lincoln and Betty White. You could have anything you want
chilling.
in heaven, and you died. It's those two.
Those are the two I'm coming after.
Well, watch out.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of watching out, it'll make sense. What's going on in the office? A lot of things.
A lot. Of
But the
things.
most recent thing, most recent big shenanigan, if you will, Christmas tree, Christmas party. We had a holiday party.
We did.
Yes, we did.
Thoughts?
Amazing. Amazing.
It was so much fun, except for Danny didn't even talk to
Danny
Alex
did
and I.
not talk to me or Lily.
It's not true.
He tells us we're the best. Never talks to
They
us.
are the best. I was hunkered down, eating steak.
Really good steak.
It
The
was
steak was really good.
phenomenal.
Yes.
And talking to, talking music with someone.
Okay,
One
So-
person the whole night.
I did say hi. We got a picture.
because we made
Insert
you.
silly Lily's face
Yeah.
here, if we can do that. Can you just also give it to us? Yeah, it was like that, but you would have seen it already. So, it was good.
They said to make a silly face, so I made it, but no one else did.
Oh yeah, when Mattis told us to make the silly face.
That's
but
true.
even when we were trying to do a serious one, you were like,
Oh wait, are you talking about the content one where we tried to be serious?
yeah. But you also did in the bigger one, like the whole company one.
I feel like I haven't seen this photo.
All right, I'll show you.
So
then.
I'm just
When you
We'll
watch
just
the video
insert it
back,
right
it'll be
here.
there.
Okay,
Yeah.
you'll see it in the end.
yeah.
Speaking of silliness and tower marketing, I have a meme game
Love that.
that I want to play with you, girls, guys. What sounds better?
Queens.
Queens.
Very nice.
That I want to play with you, queens. And now, you guys, queens, know the general gist of it. There were a couple memes going around the office, and I asked people to caption them. Funny things related to marketing, okay? Because this podcast is not completely random. We have a purpose, we have a heart and a soul, and we accomplish that.
So far, we don't know the.
So, so you know what the memes are? Maybe pull them up on your phone, right? Just so you can see
Yeah.
them. But you have not seen, heard, read any of the captions, and you don't know who did them. So I'm going to read a couple captions for each meme. The memes are on the screen, and you have to guess who said what. Okay?
I'm excited.
Okay.
I am excited.
Now,
You have to describe which one you're doing. First.
Yeah, you have to tell us.
all
What
right. The
photo
first
is.
one that I want to do is the dinosaur one.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Skeleton or whatever. So people on the screen can see it. All right. First one. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Skeleton dinosaur. It says, what does it say on it?
Oh Jesus. Oh my God.
Yeah, okay. So someone said, when you publish a social post and notice a typo after the fact.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
that actually happened to my
It is actually-
introduction.
What? Say it again?
When Tower introduced me on social, my mom found a typo in it, and I said I
Oof.
didn't write that.
Was it your name or something?
No, it said fine instead of find. Like you'll find her, but instead it said you'll find her.
Tragic.
I
Uh-oh.
said, my team lead did that, so I'm not gonna say anything.
Oh, you're putting her on full blast right now.
Goodness gracious. I don't.
Let's bleep that one out with the
You didn't
silly
do that.
Lily meme.
I snuck in there and changed it, so I'll fall on the sword for race.
Wait, so we can guess who did
So
it?
let me read it again. When you
said
publish
that?
a social post and notice a typo after the fact.
Did you caption these two?
No, I did not.
Everyone
I
else.
did
was-
not.
I would say Jillian.
Okay, I was
Okay.
going to say Jillian or Grace. H.
Okay. Believe it or not, Rachel.
Really?
Web developer Rachel.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's so relatable.
She is. She
She
condescends to our abilities when we talk.
She knew her audience.
Shout out to all web developers everywhere putting up
Absolutely.
with my question about, with me going, I don't know.
Yeah. And then they
Just want
explain
you to
it,
fix
and
it.
you're like,
I
I still
still
don't know
don't
know.
actually what you're saying.
All right. We're going to do two for this one because there's another good one.
Okay.
Speaking of web development. So someone also said, anytime a non-developer breaks a website, which is like my fear every time
Yeah.
I'm in HTML.
But I would have said that one is Rachel.
Let me I want to narrow it down a little bit this way. This is not a web developer who said this.
Oh.
So anytime.
Is it
a non-
Kimmick?
Ooh,
No,
that
I
would
can't
be a
make-
good one.
That was a really
I
fast
just thought
guess.
because like maybe he's like closely related, does some. Okay, bad guess.
Danae.
No, one more guess.
One more.
Yeah.
Could
Think-
you reread the?
Yeah. For the 9th time. Anytime a non-developer breaks a website. Dun, 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 dun.
I don't know.
I
I'm going to hit you out of left field with this. Trevor Fitzpatrick.
Oh, that makes sense.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's an SEO, so he's in the back too, right? He might have broken
He's
some
probably
stuff
broken a
once in
few.
while. Okay.
He's fixed
Okay.
a few. I know that.
Moving on to the second one. The next one is some weird cartoon getting up from bed.
Yes.
You'll see it on the screen. Okay. You with me?
Yes.
Okay. So somebody just captions when a client has the absolute audacity,
Oh my gosh.
which is really good. I feel like don't even worry about the lights, cameras,
Say
everyone
whoever.
watching. Take a second or two and think about this because I do believe you'll be able to figure out who said it.
I think I know it.
What about you?
Well, I feel like I'm just gonna keep saying Rachel, but that I've heard her say that before, so I feel like that's her.
My guess is Alyssa.
Okay.
Because she talks about that all the time. Like the audacity.
Oh wait, or is it Marissa?
Ooh.
Actually, no. Why would Marissa say that?
So that's your guess? Alyssa?
Alyssa, yeah.
I don't know. I'm bad.
I
at
don't
this.
know. I don't know that person here. Kelly Howard.
Oh.
But you were close
good
in
guess.
AE, right?
Yeah.
It feels like it's something an AE would say.
Yeah, because they're just the ones dealing with the clients.
We're going to do one more for this one too, okay? So it's the weird cartoon person, and it says, when you come back on a Monday and have 20 emails from the same client.
I would have also said an AE probably.
I'm just gonna go for maybe a crazy one. I'm gonna say Megan.
I was going to say Megan too. Does she have the meme game
I don't
in
think
her,
we're gonna
though?
get one.
Rachel, you guys are 0 for 2. So
That was Rachel.
This is
yep,
a
that was
hard
also
game.
Rachel. All good.
Does
we have let's do 2 more. We're going to keep them rolling. We have 2 more, and I do believe
Please do the Steve Harvey one.
No,
we're going
save
to get to that
for
one.
last.
So that's the last one.
Oh, okay.
So this one is weird. You'll see it on the screen, shaking person. You know, I don't do
Reenacts
it again.
it.
Got it. Yep, that's what it'll say. Turn it into a GIF or GIF. What do you guys say?
GIF. I
GIF.
think.
All right, weird shaking person, and it says when your client finds a kitten and makes an organic social post about it.
Oh.
Now, is that a real thing that happened?
Yes.
Because it feels very. I read that and I was
it
like,
was the sweetest organic.
That
post,
was
I
a
will
good
say.
very
post,
descriptive.
though.
We can't say the client.
Yeah,
but
that was very
a client did it.
descriptive.
So it-
Who-
I would say Jillian. Can I say that she works on that client? Just bleep that out, maybe.
I don't
Or Danae.
know. I don't think that's Danae.
Look
Was
at
it
Fine,
Danae?
is the day.
I was gonna
Nice job,
Look at his
Tally.
face.
Alice gets 1. Lily has -2. That's how it works. I start out with 100.
Wow.
And okay, Steve Harvey,
This was my
just being Steve
favorite
Harvey in
meme.
it. Someone says, we're only going to do, well, maybe we'll do 2 for these. All right, first one. When the client says they will do their own content, but then realizes a year later it's not performing well. Which is really good. Can I also just say this? This is not a content person.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
So
Okay.
I want to
Are there
help
any
you a little bit.
repeats? Like,
There can be
because
repeats.
I would say Rachel.
Okay.
I was gonna go with Kelly on this one.
Final answers.
Oh my gosh. Am
Is
I
that
not gonna get
final
one
answer?
right?
Is it not?
Is it neither of those?
If you say final answers, that mean we didn't get it right.
A little bit. It's leading. Guess again one more time.
Okay.
Kate.
Lauren.
Trevor. Trevor
Trevor's a
again.
meme
He's
king.
he's a
He-
little
he-
spicy with
he-
it.
It is spicy.
Came in hot with these. So,
Lauren was good.
and actually, believe it or not, the Steve Harvey one only got 3 replies
Are you kidding
from people,
me?
Wow.
and maybe that one seemed daunting.
I feel
It
like
is
that's
a-
like the funniest
It is the funniest
out of
meme.
all of the.
One more,
Okay.
then the game's over. Same meme, and someone just said, "It's like quotes that crawl though." presumably for like an SEO, like site crawl.
That one went.
So it
I
said,
know. I feel like I'm confident about this one.
you are?
I feel like it's Chris.
Oh,
Is it not?
It's not Chris.
is it an SEO?
I actually don't think he did one. Yeah,
Lauren.
it was Lauren.
Wow.
Which is
You're
good.
at This game.
Well, she is like very, very smart. I feel like, and that would have just went right over my head. And I was like, I don't know.
So you got two, kind of, right?
I did get
Two, negative 100.
I don't want to talk about it.
Sorry, girlie.
So no worries. All good. Memes, social media.
We're here.
We're in that world. Not really memes, right?
Lily makes memes in her free time.
Only when I'm really down in the dumps.
Oh. And how does that make you feel?
That's for another podcast.
Okay, sorry. Brings us to our topic a little bit, though, right? Talking about social media. Obviously, we're in digital marketing. Tower Marketing is a full-scale digital marketing agency located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Insert the commercial.
Yeah. Culture video here. And
It's like the website description.
here's what I want to chat about. Okay. Managed social media accounts. We do that for clients. We do it for businesses. Businesses need it. Makes a lot of sense. Organic social, paid social, the whole nine, right? Now, here's my question, and here are my thoughts. When it happens for individuals, let's say like celebrities, Taylor Swift, Kim K. Give me some more.
The unmentionable.
The unmentionable. Who's another celebrity?
Harry Styles.
Harry
Oh,
Styles.
yeah, that's a good one.
Okay. Sometimes they definitely don't manage their own social media accounts. And sometimes they do, okay? But in sort of like the day and age of just curated, crafted social media accounts, everything looks perfect. I'm curious what you two think about people who have like a PR team manage their social media account, but it looks like it's their own personal life, right? Like the pictures are perfect, you know, everything is just curated to a T. And I'm curious if you think that is a good idea, a bad idea, or you just don't really care, because here's my thoughts on it. We always talk about like social media and mental health and how it can affect people and that sort of thing. And obviously we all kind of try to curate our feeds to like represent the best of ourselves. And that makes sense. Yeah. But sometimes I wonder if like a celebrity social media account where like the photos are maybe like photoshopped and like everything looks super perfect, if it comes off as like a little disingenuous. And here's my final thought with that. In like the hip hop world, ghostwriting is kind of like a no. Yeah. Right? Like Kendrick Lamar has a song where he kind of like roasts people who ghostwrite. But that's because like that's art. And social media is maybe not art, but also like I feel like it's kind of becoming that, right? Like it's kind of becoming a thing where like you really do express yourself kind of in the way that you do with music or the way that you do with painting or writing or whatever. So I wonder if like the rules or like the stigma around ghostwriting and other mediums also applies to like individuals' social medias. Because I'm just thinking like, is it a little disingenuous if you're not like forthright with saying like, hey, other people do manage the social media sometimes. Like you were mentioning someone.
Yes, Lisa Kudrow on Twitter. She has her bio says, sometimes I write these tweets, sometimes my management does. You'll have to figure out who's who. Like she makes it herself too. Like she's
there you
funny.
go.
And
do you feel like you can like decipher who's the PR team and who's
you're
her?
really gonna put me on blast here because that was the first time I looked at her Twitter.
Oh, well, there you go.
And I didn't read
Fake fan.
You don't like Friends though, really, right? The show.
My
we are
cat's
on a
name
we're
is
on a time.
Chandler Bing.
Is that from Friends? Moving on,
You're
we're on
so
a time
out of
crunch.
touch.
Who's the fake fan? Who's the fake fan?
So I want to know. My thought is like it comes off as a little disingenuous if you do that and you're not like forthright about it, right? And I wonder if it's like maybe a little bit troubling for people who like think they're interacting with a celebrity and they're not, or just see like this perfect life all the time. I get it for businesses. You're building a brand. You need to get the word out. You want to drive traffic. You want to increase sales. But like a celebrity, it's like, are they a person or are they a brand?
I think it depends on the medium that you're using or like the platform that you're using, because now I feel like a lot of celebrities who are on TikTok, that's a hard thing to have a PR team like recreate.
Yeah.
So for instance, like Taylor Swift will comment on people's TikToks about her and leave like a like or like just like a little comment. And I feel like in that sort of platform, it's almost like if I was getting that, I'd be like, oh my gosh, Taylor liked my post. Like that would be exciting to me. And that feels just disingenuous to me. But like an Instagram post where they're promoting their tour or even just like a regular post, like, whoopsies.
See you guys.
I'm gonna head out. When they're just posting something about their life.
Yeah.
Like, that's not so much. I don't care as much if it feels a little bit more, I don't know, like not so much them.
Like, do you think that like Harry Styles is the one posting like the like at last night's concert photo?
I don't know. I don't think it is.
I feel
him.
like no.
I'm pretty sure he does like the same sort of thing where
like
he'll
half
put
and
a
half.
little H
H.
at the end.
It
if
is
it's
tough
him.
when you want to move your hands.
Yeah,
You
I know.
gotta
I really
move
like
this one.
slung that.
Move this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, and I'm thinking like John Mayer's probably not like posting like when his tour dates are coming up. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe he is.
I don't know. That's one that I'd like to debate because I feel like he is.
He seems active on socials.
yes.
Like, yeah,
and
yeah.
like doesn't care about, he'll post whatever.
Yeah.
So at the same time, I kind of could see him taking both roles in that.
I think that like so my thoughts are it's totally fine if because also like if you're Taylor Swift
Mm-hmm.
and you're looking at your like you'd be on your phone literally all day.
Yeah.
I mean, she has to have like a ton of DMs probably, right?
Yeah.
People just saying how much they love her and whatever. And then some prince from Saudi Arabia asking for money or something. And then
The Tinder swindler.
yeah. And then you know me like you would be busy nonstop. So like she needs somebody who like curates it a little bit and manages it. Not necessarily in Taylor Swift's case, but I did come across some celebrities where people were like, oh, this picture is like definitely photoshopped to make them like look perfect. Or like it looks like a really candid photo of them somewhere or whatever, but it was like staged and there's like lighting around it and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's like, for a business, it would make sense. You have an organic post, let's
Yeah.
say, and it's like it's staged or whatever, like you're doing a photo shoot or something, like that makes no sense. But I think that like when it's a person like that, like if it's Rihanna or something, I don't know. I wonder if like it's doing more harm than good because, you know, some 14-year-old is like, wow, their life like really is like, we know that no one's life is perfect, but it still gets to you. It kind of bypasses the like
Yeah.
logical part of your brain and still kind of like, wow, it does seem though like perfect vacation shot on the beach or something.
Yeah.
But then they do like the grocery hauls. If you like Google image search, like, you know, Vanessa Hudgens or something,
Leaving Wegmans.
Yeah.
leaving grocery store, and you're like, well, she kind of looks normal.
Me on a good day.
I was looking at Photoshop fails, and there was one that Kim K was getting blasted for photoshopping her trapezoid.
Oh my gosh, the pool picture?
Yes. And it's like, you're really going that in depth where you are photoshopping.
Like making this look more curved or
Yes.
something.
Oh, got
and
it.
it's like, gone are the days where we're just trying to look skinnier and we're just trying to remove the acne. It's like, I'm going to make
Everything's
sure
like-
my trapezoid muscle
Yeah.
is on point.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some kid out there
What
with
the
like
heck is that?
not super prominent traps.
You're really like,
And they're like, I could never be that because you know what I'm saying? But you could be that.
you could.
Yeah. You just
Everybody
need
does
a
not.
$1 million PR team or agency.
Yeah.
or
No,
something.
you just need access to Photoshop.
Yeah. So, okay. So do you feel like, do we all kind of agree then that like totally fine celebrities have people manage their socials because like it's
Yeah, there's
Crazy
I think
busy
there's
to do that.
value in it.
Yeah.
Like because especially for celebrities like that, like their lives are as much as they want to relate to us, their lives are so much
Yes.
different from us. So having a PR team like look before they're posting something so they don't sound out of touch, I feel like there's value in that. And also just as a business and brand, that's something that I think sometimes you're too close to the organization and you are limiting yourself in your marketing because people like us, like we know what we're not saying that they don't know what they're doing.
They
That
don't.
was a bad take. But like, you know,
depending on what it is, they don't. Right?
sometimes it's nice to have a different perspective come in and sort of help guide your
Yeah.
strategy. So
I think that they should still be involved in like meetings and know what's going on their social media so then it doesn't feel so out of touch.
Yeah.
But I do think like even with the Taylor Swift thing, when her tickets like blew up
Yeah.
and 500,000 people couldn't get any. People were on TikTok like, oh my God, she hasn't said anything on social media about it. Like she hasn't apologized or reached out by why this is happening.
Yeah.
And someone like stitched the TikTok or whatever and was like, Taylor Swift is not the one running her social media. Like she is not your friend that's just going to reach out to you and say, I'm so sorry you didn't get my tickets. Like she's making millions of dollars
Yeah.
anyway.
She doesn't have time for you.
Yeah.
She doesn't like you.
I think that's something that people get in their heads. Like if they have them on social media and even if they like get a like on TikTok or comment on
Yeah.
Instagram, then it's, oh my God, they're my friend. They can like be something special to me. But those people are not.
Now that's a good point because, so, two things. When is like a person a brand? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let's actually just start with that one. Question number one. When does a person become a brand? Like, do you feel like you're a brand on social media? Like you have a brand that you want to portray?
I feel like everyone's a brand.
Yeah.
If you have social media, you're putting a version of yourself out there for people to like consume.
Yeah.
Mm.
So as much as you try to be genuine,
Casual.
it still is a little, it's not really you.
It's
Got it.
curated in some
Yeah.
Yes.
So now imagine you have 1 million more followers than you do now. You'd be extra cognizant of like your brand, how you come off, right?
Yeah.
That's true. Or
Enter in the team to help you, right?
or would you be the opposite and just be like, I don't care.
Some are like
Because,
that.
yeah,
Some-
Doja Cat.
So I don't know what she did. I don't know what she did.
I think she's
She's
a
like-
little off the rails on TikTok. Like,
Oh.
And Twitter.
and
She like changed her Twitter name to like farts or something.
well,
went
first she changed it
after-
to Elon Musk.
Yeah. Went
And he was
after
like,
Elon Musk.
violation.
Yeah.
You banned.
So it's like, yeah, like at what point do they stop caring? Because it's like,
Yeah.
what are they really going to do to her? That,
True. You get into enough status.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, here's another thing. You were talking about celebrities, like if they like something, interact with you, or whatever, sometimes people are like, oh, they're kind of like buddy. And that is a real thing. Even with like celebrities have like stalkers or like whatever it is transparency always a good thing? Because I think from like, there's definitely a time where we want everybody to be transparent. Like want celebrities to show your like wake up face without any makeup and you haven't showered or whatever, right? Like is demanding or expecting transparency from everyone or celebrities necessary or a good thing? Because I do kind of hear your point, Lily. I think that there's like not necessarily anything wrong with like wanting to just put your best foot forward with like what you look like online or like this is like what I'm up to, right? And so I think sometimes we could be like almost a little harsh on celebrities because we view them as like this thing that we can just, oh, it's punching up. We can just say whatever we want. We can just like roast them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of like if our like president trips, it's kind of sad. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
laughing
be
at the
laughing
president
at
falling
that.
is like not the height of, you know, what we
Yeah.
could aspire to
Yeah.
maybe, but people falling is also it's a very real brand of humor.
Yeah.
It's not mine, but some people love it.
Personal choice.
You know, fails and everything. So like I wonder about that. Like maybe we should also be a little bit easier on people if they're not like if it's not like them doing everything themselves all the time. Do you know what I mean? It's like let them post a picture that they're happy with.
Yeah.
You know you got the best angle when you were trying to do stuff. You know, let her get rid of the trap or
Yeah.
make the trap bigger or whatever.
Make it or whatever it is.
You know.
I think that sometimes when celebrities are transparent, it almost backfires on them. And not the way I think you guys think I'm about to go with this.
Okay.
But because they are then, people are like, you're not relatable. Like you are so far up into your own reality that like you can't have that emotion or that feeling or you still like look beautiful or whatever. So I don't know if any of you have seen the Selena Gomez documentary.
I haven't.
No,
It's
I
like
haven't.
on her, she has like bipolar, depression, that kind of stuff. I have seen people say like, and maybe you even told me
I
this.
think I told you.
Did
that.
you say this, Lily? You said this about
this is
Selena?
actually from Lily's account.
No, I did not
No.
say this. I saw someone say this.
It's just like people then are firing back at her. Like, how are you having this much status, this money, this career, and you aren't allowed to be sad. You aren't allowed to have this emotion. And it's like people think that they're like out of touch, and it's like you can't expect someone to like not have these feelings no matter what they're.
yeah.
So when people are
Interesting.
transparent, it's almost like not like screw you, but like I'm going through this, this, and this. Like, you have the money, the fame, and you're still telling me that you're sad. Like, I don't want to see that.
I bet it would be really tough to be like Justin Bieber level famous.
Yeah.
Would not be something that I feel like anybody
No.
wants.
I would not.
I saw some video once where he was like coming out of church or whatever, and then all the paparazzi. He's like, "Can we just not do this on a Sunday?" And I was like,
Good for him.
"That you couldn't like just go get coffee. That is really
Yeah.
rough."
Well, that's why I almost feel like, in a way, that sort of transparency, like on social media, they don't really owe us
Yeah,
that because
exactly.
every other part of their life is so public that, like,
Yeah, that's what I want to get to with that like question is like we should be careful not to expect that people like celebrities owe us some level of
Yeah.
transparency. Really, they do their thing, and if we like what they do, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, demanding that they have, because it is just hypocritical. I feel. Forgot it's this hand. It's hypocritical. I feel to like have a curated feed yourself.
Yeah.
Which I don't know anyone who doesn't.
Yeah.
But then get like upset when the celebrities have theirs. And like, yeah, maybe they have like different levels of curation. Like they do have somebody kind of come in with the Photoshop, or they do have someone like touch up the photo first. But like
yeah.
we do that in our app. It's just all that we have access to is like the
Yeah.
thing on our iPhone. And we'd probably do the same thing
if we had the access.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
Interesting. Okay. Well, that was fruitful, I thought. I have
Yeah.
some ideas that I'm genuinely going to think about. Transparency, not always a great thing. Managed social media accounts, I think that there's literally just a good and a bad. It's like anything. It's like I think it's a necessity for a lot of celebrities,
Yeah.
but it can just be overboard if you're with the image I think that you can present to people who are like seeing your quote unquote perfect life.
Yeah.
So maybe a
I
little
think
bit
there's
of,
a boundary. Have a good balance.
yep. We need the
Absolutely.
golden mean, the nice middle road.
Did not know what
I didn't
I
know
think it was
that-
Aristotle said it. No big
I
deal.
was going to say, was that an allusion to something? 'Cause I
Went to
didn't get
college. No big
Went to
deal.
college.
it. Went to college.
Okay. Speaking of social media, real quick, before we roll into like a mean tweets segment, speaking of being nice to people, let's talk about mean
gonna
Now we're
tweets.
roast
just going to
you.
Yeah, yeah.
annihilate people.
Do you have like favorite celebrities you follow on social media who just really kill it? I'm trying to think.
Jennifer Aniston is pretty good.
Really?
I like her. She's also just hot.
Okay.
She's aged well.
Retweet.
We didn't speak about Zac Efron's new face though.
Yeah, he didn't.
I
age
don't
well.
want to speak on
Something
it.
weird is going on.
I think he's going through some sort of, maybe it's because he doesn't have Vanessa, but
I
he's
was-
going
Oh.
through something.
Listen, let me get to him.
That could
He
be
would have
it.
kept his old face.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't trust that story. I think he got some surgery there. or
Yeah, I
something.
think he did, and it just didn't pan out the way he
Yeah.
had hoped.
Thought it would.
Do you have a favorite celebrity?
I feel like Shaquille O'Neal is really funny on social
NBA
media.
people just come out for you.
No, but they're
Blake
funny on social
Griffin.
media. I don't follow him.
That's who I was thinking of, though. Remember, I was trying to think of that basketball player.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was like, he's good looking and he's tall, and then you were like, doesn't narrow it down. And I was like, he's got lots of money and he dresses well from like walking to the stadium.
Blake
You're like, "So does-"
Griffin.
That's what I'm thinking of, right?
I don't know. I feel like Russell Westbrook dresses better than Blake
But do you know
Griffin.
he's the right guy, right? He's like tan, but like
A little, yeah.
yeah.
Kind of. Let's look a picture afterwards because
Okay.
I don't.
Blake Griffin
know.
right here. Okay, that's what I was thinking of, anyways. All right.
Okay.
You know who I've become a fan of recently is the girl who plays Wednesday Addams in the new Wednesday.
Jenna
Netflix show.
Ortega.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's great.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do love her.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever watched
You?
Jane the Virgin?
Oh, yes.
Is she in it?
was the little daughter in Jane the Virgin. Little Jane.
She was?
Yes.
How didn't I know that?
So cute.
Oh, I'm going to rewatch that show.
Also love Wednesday Addams though. That was a great show.
I didn't watch it
didn't
actually, but
finish it.
yeah, but I listened to an interview with her
She's a good interviewer.
because there was this meme going around that was like, have you ever seen those real quick? This is gonna memes, tweets, whatever. We're doing it all because we're at an agency.
Yeah.
We got our hands in so many things. Have you ever seen things where it's clearly a joke, but it'll be like a celebrity, and then they'll be like, "Oh, I read this book," or it'll be some like really philosophical quote from like Miley Cyrus, and you're like, "Well, she definitely didn't talk about like something." I don't know if you guys ever seen those, but it's like clearly not
cricket
the
sound.
celebrity because it's such like it'd be like something Neil deGrasse Tyson said, and it'll be like Zac Efron said it, and you're like, "Oh, it's funny, I get it." It's a weird part of Twitter, maybe that I'm on. Anyways,
Play the
Is it
cricket
like one
sound.
of those
play the cricket sound.
things that's like the founding fathers once said, and then something that the founding fathers didn't say? Like just something random.
It's close. But anyways, what I was going to say is I fell for one actually because my brother sent me one and it was of her, Jenna Ortega.
Jenna Ortega.
Jenna Ortega, yeah. And it was like from some like book I would have never thought she would read. And then it was like this quote and I was like, no freaking way. I go, the world keeps getting weirder. And I fell for it because someone else online fell for it. And then I listened to it and it's not real. So they were just trolling me. Whatever.
You lost me.
It's all right.
Speaking of
Mean tweets.
getting lost in the Twitter world. All right. We have a collection of mean tweets, each of us. Mean, I mean, they're kind of just sassy.
Yeah, I would say
Mine are
Sassy tweets from companies putting people on blast or companies responding or celebrities or something. I think mine are all companies.
Oh, mine are some celebrities.
So who wants to start? Lily, you should start. Go this way. Are you okay with that?
I guess so. Okay, but this one, I feel
Pull
like
mine up.
I shouldn't have to. This one isn't like sassy, but it's funny.
Well, if we laugh.
Does it count? Okay. Someone tweeted, "Why can't I find someone who's cute, short, and thick?" Danny DeVito says, "I'm literally right here."
Bro, what a callback though. I mentioned Danny DeVito earlier in the podcast. This is a meant to be podcast.
I felt like that. I just,
DeVito. Now, but let's bring it back to was it Danny DeVito?
oh, come on. That's Danny
Or was it
DeVito.
was it his PR
funny.
team? He is so funny.
You think Danny DeVito has a PR team?
He's clearly not listening if he does.
He played a stripper on Friends.
He's just it's
had
It's
a
Always
lot
Sunny in
of-
Philadelphia and he's so funny in it, but
That's just
He says,
ensuring
"I'm
that I
right here." Damn, dude, that's really good. You started
That's
out
my
really
only
well.
good one, though.
Okay.
I should have done that one last.
Bang. Yeah.
What do you have a good one?
Okay. This news outlet announced Nick Cannon is
What was the
not
news outlet? I need all the details.
Pop Base.
Okay, shouldn't have asked.
Yeah, because I don't know who that is. They're verified on Twitter though.
Incredible.
They announced Nick Cannon is now expecting his 12th child. Just last week, it was announced he's expecting his 11th. And Chili's.
Is that real?
Yes, he has so many
So
kids.
many kids. And there's like so many different baby mamas. Probably like 6 or 7.
I get a little
But then
bit Genghis
Chili's-
Khan. You know that song?
Let
Oh,
me say it.
Sorry.
And
Chili's.
then Chili's said, "Don't worry, at Nick Cannon, we don't limit kids' meals."
Chili's coming in so
Chili?
hot
Oh
sometimes.
This might be like a new Wendy's level.
Yeah,
I was
what's
reading
the
their
restaurants
tweets.
are?
Oh my god.
Yes, Chili's is funny. I would.
Who would have ever thought that like someone in our generation or the one above is just killing it on Twitter
Roasting.
That's good.
and
their
then just
main
thinking
job.
like, wow, I'm going to get paid 6 figures or something to just roast on Twitter.
That is my dream job. In my
Yeah,
pathways
that-
conversation, I would like to bring that up.
if you ever need Twitter roasts,
And I just really love Chili's. I really do. So if I could just eat there
The next
for like,
podcast will be at
30%
Chili's.
oh my gosh,
off.
podcast at Chili's.
Let's do a podcast at Chili's.
I feel God in this Chili's. All right, I have one.
Okay.
It's from Moon Pies. Do you guys know what Moon Pies are? Okay, so someone comes in and says, your time is wasted managing a social media account, and they at Moon Pie. Because, like, why does Moon Pie have a social media account, right? To which they said, buddy, it's Saturday night, and you're talking to a marshmallow sandwich on the internet.
Yeah, I think I saw that one
I did
before.
see
That
that
was
Which is
good.
weird that you were just like at Moon Pies, but like
Yeah.
Like, what else are you gonna
also Moon Pies. So, do you have another one, Lily, or did you like
I do.
spend
I
it? Okay,
have
because you
them,
were a really
but
good first one.
do? Yeah, you shouldn't have started with that one.
This one, I feel like maybe people have seen, but it's Zendaya, and it's a picture of her in a pool, and she says, "Out here living my best life," and in the background, Tom Holland is like under the water, and someone says, "Tom is drowning," and she says, "This ain't about him," which I think is funny.
That is pretty funny. That wasn't a roast. I guess this ain't about.
I mean,
him.
it's
kind of
like-
a roast.
It's like an at,
Yeah,
back. It's a clap back.
yeah, clapback.
Yeah.
I think that's what I was looking
Yeah.
at, or like clapbacks, not like roasts.
Okay. I'm saving that second one for the last.
Okay.
This one isn't really a roast. It's kind of just like a mic drop, surprising situation. The Daily Loud, another news outlet,
Another
tweeted.
credible source.
Yeah, verified check.
Not for
Drake-
much longer. Elon's cleaning the house, dude.
True.
Get out, Daily
True.
Loud.
Daily Loud said, Drake copped a new custom diamond necklace called Previous Engagement, made of 42 engagement rings, representing the 42 times he thought of proposing to different women, but decided not to. 42 times.
That's real though?
That's real. Like, he made this necklace, and it's of all the
Wait,
engagements.
actually,
The Daily Loud said it, so.
Do you know what I appreciate about Drake though?
have to
Speaking
believe
of like
it.
transparency in social media, I always appreciate Drake songs that he like complains like a real rich guy. Mm-hmm. He'd just be like, crying in my mansion.
yeah, like
You know what I mean?
That's so
he flexes
relatable.
on everyone.
Yeah. Almost crashed my Lambo. Dude, Drake rocks, man. All right, I got another one. This one I love. Meme on the screen, because you're going to need to see this one, so I'm sorry, Queens.
All right, can you show it to us? Like,
Let me explain
after?
it, though.
Yeah.
Kris Jenner. You all know Kris Jenner?
Yes.
Yeah, I know Chris.
As the saying goes, the devil works hard, but Kris Jenner be working harder. So Kris Jenner's wearing a necklace that clearly looks like pearls
Oh my
connected to
gosh.
paper clips. So here, let me zoom in just so you guys can see it now and react. It's on the screen, but like straight up weird necklace. And she said, my new elegance necklace is available now exclusively online. Bitly link for marketing people out there. And so clearly she didn't post this.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah,
Kris Jenner did not
definitely
go to Bitly and then post the link. So it looks like a paperclip necklace. Once again, she says, my new elegance necklace is available now exclusively online. To which Staples of Canada replies, also available in aisle 7, .. hashtag think Staples. So,
Oh my
yo,
god!
Canadians be clapping back.
They're supposed to be the nice
Wow.
ones.
I know.
I actually did see that one. That one's pretty funny.
I'd never seen that one. That's funny.
What's my next one? I'm kind of excited for my next one, too. Do you guys have one more?
Yeah, I have one more.
Okay.
I'm trying to decide which one. This one's like kind of mean, but
it.
it is funny. It's an NBA.
Well,
An
Well,
NBA one.
sure.
bring it full circle.
Okay, so I'm assuming there was some.
You guys can't see this,
context.
but Lily's 6'4".
Yeah, I could have went to the WNBA,
Yeah.
but I decided marketing was.
Don't
my
go to
path.
Russia, though.
Okay, so I
Crickets.
think that I don't know. I don't know who Mark.
Zuckerberg?
No, Marcus Kirk is. I don't know if he's like a talk show someone or
I'm
whatever.
not sure.
But it was right after like Dwight Howard didn't win the NBA finals, whatever.
All of these things, just have just no idea.
Yeah.
Okay, just
You're
just
like, all these names. Yeah,
act
yeah.
like you're there
Dwight
with me.
Got
okay?
it, got it.
So this person
Dwight Kirk.
says, "Let it go. No need to dwell on the past." And then this person named Brittany says, "You ain't never getting a ring." And Dwight Howard says, "With that face, I don't think you're getting one either."
Oh my god.
Just so hard for no reason.
Like that
dude.
one was really mean, but,
But here's my thing with that too. If you are, who is this person again? Douglas.
Dwight Howard.
Dwight
he used
Howard,
to play
yeah.
for the Sixers. I think now he's at the Lakers.
Oh, I'm familiar. So Dwight Howard. If you are getting like roasted, the only thing that like you have all to go off of is the person's like picture.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think it's a good thing to do it personally.
Yeah,
I
I
wouldn't
think
do it.
that's
Like,
like
I
a
think
low
he's punching
blow.
down, and
Brittany
you know, you
did
should be
start it,
careful.
though.
Brittany did come after him.
Yeah. No, was it a celebrity who came after him, kind of like notable person, or no?
The first person was just like a random fan and was tweeting at this like talk show host person saying like, "Let it go, whatever. Don't dwell in the past."
Yeah.
And then Brittany was like, "Oh well, he's never getting a ring," and that's when Dwight said, "All right,
Okay.
I'm not letting this disrespect
Little mean.
happen."
Hilarious, but little mean.
Yeah.
It was a good find, though.
Thanks.
All right.
Alexis, keep that. Keep it.
It's not my name.
Alexandra.
My name.
That is my name, actually. Okay, another one from the Daily Loud. I just love these people.
Dude, just
This is where she gets all her news from.
trolling the shadows of Daily Loud for the best tweets.
I kind of want to put this picture up as well. It's of Hillary Duff, and the I don't want to show you it actually. 'cause
Okay.
Then you'll see the tweet.
Lily, can you close your eyes, please? Can you be a professional? Close your eyes.
The headline is simply Hillary Duff still looking good at age 35.
Real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's still looking good. And then this comedian said, A woman aged 35 years should be horrendous to behold or frankly even dead. Doctors can't explain how this woman is not only alive but also out of the house.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Like, why would you say she's still looking good? 35, like,
Yeah,
like
anyways,
we are
that's a
dinosaurs.
great
No, that's something else I'd like to unpack on a
Hillary
future
Duff
episode.
still walking at 35.
That's the thing, though. Like the timeline for
Hotness?
women
Yeah.
versus men, it's like, oh, they age like wine, but women, she's not looking good for 35.
Yeah.
Like, I'd like to talk about that. Anyway, your last meme.
No, that would be a good episode. I won't be on that one. Which one do I want to read here? I have so many. Okay. So this is Old Spice. Shout out to all the
wow.
like 15-year-old dudes clearly definitely watching After Hours. So somebody tweets at Old Spice, and I don't know who it is. So maybe they're famous, but I just don't know the name. Last name Sharma. So Mr. Sharma says at Old Spice, tell me you love me. And then Old Spice just says try Tinder. And I like it.
Crickets.
I'm not gonna
You guys don't like that one?
It's not bad,
It's
but
not like
it
a
didn't
cl-
make me laugh.
Yeah.
Well, fine.
it
I'll make
just
you
wasn't
laugh.
funny.
I'll make you laugh. See if I get another one in here. Make me do another one.
That was basically just.
So this one's also not funny.
for
Someone tweets Hot Pockets and says Hot Pockets are effing stupid. And then Hot Pockets just says someone hack your account, which also isn't super funny. So Hot Pockets might
This
need to
is a
learn from like.
terrible ending to the podcast.
Sorry, guys. Hot Pockets might need to learn from Chili's or Wendy's. I'm very surprised we did not have any Wendy's.
I feel like Wendy's is kind of like
So
the,
overdone.
yeah, well, not overdone. No, I like what they're doing. Keep doing you, Wendy's.
You don't want them coming to you.
I would not like you to come at my
Overdone?
Twitter.
Yeah.
But that's what they expect. You know what? Or at least I expected all of us to at
Yeah,
least
I
have a
expected
Wendy's
us
one.
to
So I was
have
like, I
Wendy's.
got to go something a little more underground.
A little bit of I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. A little bit of what do they call that? Surprise, I guess. It's a good word.
I think you could use that.
Yeah, a little bit of a surprise. Well, that probably does it for me.
That's it.
Alex is singing again. When Alex starts to sing, it's like the music at an award show. You know that you're gonna wrap it up.
Take the outro.
So, real quick.
Take a tally of how many times Dania said real quick in this podcast.
Ding, 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 ding. However many times, we'll figure it out. How'd you guys enjoy yourself? Videos, lights. I think it was a lot of
Not too
fun.
bad.
It was nice being able to show our faces to the people.
Yes, this is what we look like.
So
This is what I look like.
Yeah, I was literally just going to sing that.
wrap
Yeah.
up. Agency life. Christmas is coming. How you guys feeling around the holidays? Feel good?
T-minus
How many days? 6 days?
6 days.
5 days?
Lily has 8 blogs to write in 6 days.
No, I
Eight
don't.
blogs. Sorry, 24 blogs to write.
Literally only 3.
In 6 days.
Yeah, that's good. That's doable, girly. They're outlined.
We're good. We're good. Yeah.
Happy holidays.
Okay. Well, Tower After Hours, you can listen to us on Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts. I mean, a lot of places you just listen to podcasts. But
YouTube.
now you can watch us, where you're watching us currently, which is YouTube. Maybe somewhere else. I thought
Yeah.
about that. But
And if you scroll deep enough on our YouTube videos,
There's
you
some
can
fun
find
gems.
our CEO doing the ice bucket challenge.
and it's, yeah.
In a
Insert the,
Link ice
insert
bucket
the link right here.
So anyways, thank you all for listening. This was fun.
This
Lily,
was fun.
Alex, thank you for joining me. Until next time, we're out. Have a good one.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Nice.